Now maybe that is just me, but I feel like the colonization has slowed down significantly, which I actually find kind of interesting, because you would think that as time goes on, nations get more, get richer, more prosperous, and they should have more money, lying around in order to spend that on colonists. But we're not really seeing that much colonization. We only have 25 years left until the end of the game, and yeah, there's still so many more provinces that need to be colonized. I mean, in Americas, tons of stuff uncolonized. It looks like, yeah, many of the smaller nations have completely stopped colonizing, and some of the bigger ones, like the Shinto, are not as interested anymore. Like the Totemists, I don't know. I mean, they might be colonizing. It's just there are many small provinces. They are actually colonizing, in fact. Okay, but yeah, it's really hard to tell if people are still colonizing, because it kind of seems like they're not. Now we have a peace deal here. Did the Inti actually end up taking? They ended up taking like one province, maybe. Yeah, they took one province. Did they also take this? Oh, they took a couple. They at least took 2 provinces. Okay, that's not really all that much, but they're growing stronger. They're growing stronger, and they're not really having to commit too many forces to this. But yeah, as I said, there is still so many things, left to colonize in Africa, in Americas, but also in Europe. I mean, just look at France, Castile, or France and Spain, and well, even Siberia, which I guess is technically Asia, but you get the idea. So yeah, we see a checkered Orthodox again, because yeah, there are Iconoclast, Bogomilist, and Copts, but separate wars, so that even more provinces can be taken over. That's so sad to see. And oh yes, the Waldensians. This is gonna be a war I want to watch. Waldensians at war with only the Fraticelli. Okay, the Fraticelli feel very powerful, and they're not calling in the allies. Okay, there's a big battle here, the Battle of Straubing. Okay, 90,000. Oh, the Fraticelli won. Okay, so maybe this is going to be the first war where the Waldensians will lose. I mean, it has to happen at some point, right? I mean, they're the big bullies in this region. They were basically unopposed. So I really want them to get destroyed. Although I'm not sure if I actually want the Fraticelli to destroy them, because the Fraticelli themselves are already relatively powerful in this region. I'd rather, well, okay, we've seen in the peace deal against the Slavs that the Fraticelli do tend to give a lot of provinces back to other nations. For example, the Orthodox or the Romuvans. They only took a small share of the provinces for themselves, so we might see a lot of the provinces being reverted to the Protestants. I mean, that's a lot of provinces that can be given back, so we might see that. It really depends on how many claims the Fraticelli have. They have a few. They do have a few. Now the good position about the Fraticelli is they've just defeated the Slavs, they're allied to the Bogomilists, and that's that. That's all the borders, all the enemies, or potential enemies they have. So they're in a really great position to launch this offensive war against the Waldensians. And even more so because they're allied to the Reformed. So they are probably gonna win. But then again, I don't think any nation, except for maybe the Reformed, is currently capable to attack the Waldensians, so they should be pretty safe as well. Now we did see a peace deal between the Lollards and the Reformed. They took over what I thought they would, this region right here. I'm not sure if they took any colonies. No, Lollard Columbia is still pretty much intact, and we see the West Indies colonizing the north of South America. Yes, we have Catholic Mississippi. Yes, good for them. And we're gonna have the Totemist charge the Mayans very quickly. Still, I'm waiting for this new war between the Nahuatl and the Mayans. This has to happen at some point. Also, the new Reformed faith is at 0 liberty desire. That's surprising. I would have thought they had way more, because they look incredibly powerful right here. They look as if they would have a chance against the Totemist, to be quite honest. I don't think they actually do. Actually, you know what? It's hard to tell, because the Totemists don't have a big stack, but I think they definitely have more men. Still, they are a power of their own, and more things are being colonized. Very nice. Let's have a quick look at other things. Let's have a quick look at the wars, just so I can get an overview. The Hurufi are fighting the Romuvans, and they're winning. Fraticelli winning their war, okay. The Sikh are still at war with the Zoroastrians, we should check that out. And the Zikri fighting the Manicians, okay, that's not too interesting. Oh yeah, the Zoroastrians against the Sikh, we should check that out. Why the Zikri here? Yeah, you're not actually doing anything. Okay, it looks as though the Sikh are winning. Do you have claims? You have claims, but no cause. So you have not been at war before, at least not in this region. Okay. The Mazdaki are still hanging in here. The Zunists also still have their starting provinces. I like it. Good. Alright, well, I don't think this war is particularly interesting. We actually see... No, we see the Sikh actually dominating. Yeah. Yeah, they were almost too late in this battle, but they actually... No, they won. They won this battle. Okay. So I think they're gonna have this under control. It's not like the Zoroastrians cannot defend themselves, but I don't think they will come out on top in this war. Hurufi still winning against... Wow, they're winning big time against the Removants. And they've stolen a colony even. And we have Slavic separatists in the Fraticelli lands. Ooh, look at this. The Waldensians are pushing back. So yeah, this war is not over yet. I think these two nations might be even. I really wonder why you did not call in the Reformed. I mean, that would have opened a second front that the Waldensians would have to focus on. And I think your army's gonna get wrecked here. I think, yep, you got destroyed there. I don't know. I think the Fraticelli may have overestimated their own strength, or, well, respectively underestimated the Waldensians here. In the meantime, though, the Lollards are not too concerned about losing a couple of provinces here. They just continue to colonize France, which is going to make them incredibly powerful. I really think the Reformed should focus on colonizing a little bit more here. I mean, they're making tons of money from trade, which I can understand, but I think that their colony is just simply going to grow too powerful if they continue to ignore their homelands. And also, they're not going to be able to stand a chance against the Waldensians, should they declare war. I mean, they still have their alliance with the Fraticelli, but yeah, they might refuse. Okay, there's a big battle, and okay, Waldensians were just watching. Interesting. Anything else? Any other wars we have got going on? Second Australian conquest against the Menicians. Yes, okay, well, I don't really like to watch the Menician fight because... Mazdaki fighting the Ibadi. Okay, now I'm actually not too sure about the state of the Ibadi, but I feel like, no, those are the Zikri. The Ibadi are here. Okay, yeah, they're probably not too powerful, but they have occupied Hormuz. 35,000 men? They are winning against them. Well, not really. They seem to have less technology. No, they actually have the better technology, but they still lost that battle. Maybe they took a mountain. No, it's not even the mountain. I don't know what happened there, but they must have had some really bad rolls, I suppose. Okay, the Vajrayani, they have been behind in technology. They still are. Holy balls. That is insane. I mean, we're going to have a new institution spawned relatively soon. The Enlightenment is going to come in 3 years. At least it is planned. So we'll see how that changes things. But the Vajrayani, I don't know what's going on with them, but they're so far behind in technology. It's just amazing that they are still around. They should get absolutely smashed by either the Zikri or the Sikh. Because, like, what? You are 7 technologies behind in military. That's insane. What are they doing with their points? I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with their points, but oh well. You have this under control? You're actually winning. Okay, never mind. The Zoroastrians are winning this war. Okay, they are also going to win this battle? Well, that depends. That depends. But no, I think they're going to lose that battle. Yep, especially because they're not reinforcing. They did not reinforce. Otherwise, they may have won. Still, I think it would have been unlikely, but yeah. Suomenusko separatists are going to get crushed, and the Waldensians are winning their war against the Fraticelli, but it's going to probably end in the white peace. Yeah, most likely. And, oh, so there we have the peace between the Iconoclasts and the Orthodox. The Iconoclasts did take over Constantinople, Burgas, and Edirne. That was what I wanted them to do. Now Theodoro is the capital of the Orthodox. Yes, it would have been a little bit nicer had they taken Silistria instead of Bessarabia, or if it had taken it additionally, but it's okay. Iconoclasts definitely looking mightily powerful, taking even Azov. What, did they have that before? I'm actually not too sure, but they have definitely taken, yeah, they've taken a lot of the trade. Coastal center of trade here in Cathar, and obviously Constantinople, which is now under siege by Orthodox zealots. Alright, the Waldensians are being destroyed by the Fraticelli, so who is winning this war? Let me quickly check this out. It's still the Fraticelli losing. Okay. Well, that's kind of surprising, in my opinion. I would have guessed they're the winners. That's okay. Anything else going on? The Jews are desperately trying to colonize away, but they're the Kharijites waiting for them to block them off even. I mean, they could. If they were to lock down this tile, then the Jews would be completely locked off and even locked in. So, yeah, that's that. That's probably also what's going to happen. The fetishists still do not have a coast. Still not a coast. And now it looks as though... Oh, the Reformed are over here. Okay. We have the Cathars still in the south. They have not really continued their efforts here. They are probably scared of the Inti, I could imagine. And Catholic Mississippi is growing. No wars at all in North America. I'm so surprised. Do you have any allies? No, you're guaranteed by the Nahuatl. Well, that's not going to work out. That's not going to help you at all. How are you going to take them over if you guarantee them? We have a lot of we have a lot of wars going on. Confusion and Theravada against the Sunni and the Yazidi. Well, the Yazidi are one province minor, and the Sunni, I don't think they're really going to be able to do much. This is a colonial war, so the Confucians are most likely going to win. The Copts against the Nestorians. Now this is interesting, because they might get their blessing. At least that's what they're trying to get, I'm pretty sure. And the Zikri, yes, against the Manicians. Alright, so we'll check out the Copts against the Nestorians. This is going to be interesting. So the Copts have 50,000 men against the 60,000 or something Nestorians. I don't think... Oh, actually, they're winning. This might be defensive terrain here. No, it's drylands. It's close. It's close. There's more... Nope. Okay. Eventually, the Copts just broke. I think they could have won that battle if they had stayed in this. But yeah, we'll never find out now. Okay, so 60,000 against roughly 40,000. That's what we have here. And wait, if you... No, I think, yeah, the Copts declared the war. That's why. You're also in a war against the Bogomilist and the Iconoclast. Oh my god, yeah, this alliance block is just so insane. Bogomilist, Iconoclast, Copts, Fraticelli, they are just pounding away at their enemies. This is so insane. They've crushed whatever opposition they had in the center. They've crushed the Hellenics, they've crushed the Orthodox. Now they're getting rid of the Nestorians, and I think the Monophysites will be next. And the Fraticelli, I mean, they're keeping the border up here clean against the Waldensians and the Slavs. The Bogomilists are helping out wherever they can. Wow, that's amazing. This is great. But the Fraticellis are actually not looking too good. I mean, they're going to lose that battle. They might reinforce. Nope, they broke. They broke before it. They could have reinforced. Maybe they would have won it, but it would have been definitely a grind. Most definitely a grind. So yeah, Nestorians, they're doomed. There's no way they're going to get out of this. Fraticelli are actually winning by 24%. They control the war goal, and they have a lot of battles won. Oh, this is the capital even. They sieged the Waldensian capital. Interesting. Now, you got to peace out now. So, oh shit. Yes. There it is. So the Waldensians lost their first major war. They lost 4 provinces. Not too big of a deal, but still not nice either. They did not have to give anything up, however. So it was the Fraticelli just taking over lands for themselves. Alright. Yeah, so I wonder for how long the alliance between Fraticelli, Bogomilist, Iconoclast, and Copts can last. I mean, at some point, once all of the enemies have been eliminated, it has to fall apart. It just has to. But yeah, the Nestorians are definitely focusing. They're focusing on one front. They're not willing to give in. Destroying the Copts first. They could have stack wiped this guy. But oh well. Maybe they're blocked by a fortress. Unlucky. Unlucky. So yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to crush the Copts before they're forced out of this war. Unfortunate. But at least the Copts will not get their holy site. I cannot see that. I cannot see that happen. Alright. Anything else? The Norse Lollard Imperialist War. Okay, so now the Norse are going against the Lollards. Well, that was to be expected because they are kind of invading their their homes here. So they're probably going to take over the rest here. They might even take over the Lollard Pomerania here. I'm not too sure about that. Lollard North Germany it's called, okay. But they're definitely going to take that, I'm pretty sure. And then they probably want to clean up the Protestants as well, because they even have the capital in Scandinavia now. That cannot happen. They need to get rid of this. Alright. Now, I would just want to quickly check out this war. You're only allied to the Bogomilists, okay. You are only allied to the Bogomilists. And you are only allied to... Okay, so it's basically just the Bogomilists holding this alliance together. There could be some tension between maybe the Copts or the Iconoclasts. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, but as long as there are other enemies, that's fine. Now the Nestorians are being defeated. Poor guys. Alright, anything else particularly interesting? Let's quickly check out the wars. I did not check out the war between the Zoroastrians and the Sikh. I think this must have been... No, they lost... I don't think they lost anything. It was a white peace, most likely. Maybe someone has given up some provinces. Not too sure. I think it probably, most likely, was a white peace. We have the Mazdaki. Who are you fighting? The Ibadi still, right? Okay, this is not going to go anywhere, I don't think. This is not going to be great. Yeah, Nestorians, you are now falling. I think your army... No, your army's still here. Okay. Well, you should defend your homeland. I think that would be a smarter move. Confucians are winning against the Sunni. Not really a big surprise there. And the Norse winning against the Lollards. Also not really a big surprise. Mazdaki losing their war. Okay. So yeah, I want to see what gets taken away from the Nestorians. How many provinces they will lose. I guess we could check out the claims. But the AI tends to take more provinces than they have claims on if the war is going in their favor. And it clearly is heavily going in the favor of the Nestorian enemies. So that's it's going to be very bad for them. Still, I'm waiting for the Kharijites to go to war. They have actually, no, they have been at war once against the Samarithans. They took one province, and that was that. Yes. But still, I would like to see them, you know, either go to war with the Cathars, or more likely, probably the Copts. That would be fun. But I guess they're afraid of that alliance. They're afraid of the Bogomilists. Alright, well, Norse have occupied all of this. Don't know if they have the navy strength to actually get over here. They probably don't. I don't know if they need it. I think if they just sit pretty on this war, on the war goal here, they should be able to get what they came for. All right, come on. Peace. I would like to see a peace with the Nestorians in this episode. But first, let's check out the institution, because the Enlightenment should have hid, but I'm not sure. Yes, Enlightenment is definitely growing. Where has it spawned? Here? Oh, the Paulicians. The Paulicians are the birthplace of the, or the beacon of Enlightenment. Alright, good for them. So it's gonna spread here, which will also, it's not exactly in the Bogomilist lands, but it will help out this alliance as well, since it will spread to them quickly, especially if the Iconoclasts end up taking over these provinces for themselves, because I do suppose they're unfriendly relations with the Iconoclasts? Not really, but they could easily improve relations and then get a nice spread modifier. In fact, actually the Bogomilists might even take over some of these provinces up here. They do have a border, so we could see that. We could definitely see that. Is there even a Nestorian army left? There is. They are besieging the Copts. What is your war score? Okay, you're losing this. You're actually winning against the Copts. Interesting. You're winning against the Copts. And the Lollards are somewhat able to defend themselves. Maybe it's due to blockades? No, this is the Norse Navy. Alright. Well, I would like to see this peace deal if possible. There's a huge naval battle going on. Copts have this under control though. Now you're gonna squish this army, but yeah, your last province is gonna fall 79%, and that is when we're gonna have to see, when we will see the peace deal. Pretty certain of that. Okay, there it fell. So yeah, now it really depends on who's gonna peace out first. Iconoclasts are gonna smash the navy. Yeah, Nestorians, you're done for. Sorry to say, but that's the way it is. Okay, yeah, Mazdaki's still losing their wars. 98%, so you're gonna peace out very soon. The Copts losing. Okay, are we seeing any more interesting colonization? Not really. Nothing going on in particular. Giants are still, or the Jains are still in North America. Nothing going on here. No one's interested in colonizing. The Cathars did a little bit. They set up the colony, the colonial nation. That was it. Yeah, the fetishists are chilling there as well. That's that. Wow. So the Hindu have been contained. They're no longer interested in fighting any more offensive wars. The Mahayana have finally taken control over all of the, well, you would think it's all of them. This is the Copts. This is really hard to see because they have the same color, but okay. The Confucians, the Secret, okay, yeah, they're at peace. They have colonized everything that's possible except for this one province, because for some reason nobody wants that. And, oh man, the Romuvans have been cut off. They can no longer colonize. The Hurufi actually took over quite some provinces from the Romuvans here, which is good for them. They still have tons, of course, though, that they will never get back. But they at least have the, potential to colonize. So do the Suomenusko. But the rest, nothing. Okay, so there it goes. The Bogomilist took 3 provinces. And I think so did the Iconoclast only took 2. Ah, well, they actually gave their ally more provinces. Interesting. But yeah, as I said, this will benefit the Bogomilist because they will get the Enlightenment spawning. Actually, you know what? The manufactories have not even grown. But they will get spread here for both of the institutions that are still missing, so that's going to be good for them. And now it's going to be basically, yeah, we're going to have to see if the Nestorians are able to defend, but they have an army. It's just like half of what the Copts have. Too bad for them. Anything else going on? The Norse are now occupying Lollard, France. Starting to occupy it anyways. Alright, well, that was amazing. I think on this note, I'm gonna end the episode. Oh, look at that! The Samaritans even gotten a province back. Not sure if they're really gonna be able to do something with it. But yeah, it's good for them. Anyways though, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.